Are you wanting to get laid, have some fun, yet you can't figure out what women want or what men want? Do you feel like you're being strung along and played and people are playing games with you, and maybe it's just that you lack the integrity and the strength of character to define yourself, operate by your own set of rules, and stop waiting on people to give you permission, give you a script, or tell you how to be to make them happy? This is the heart of what makes someone weak-willed and lacking in integrity, and it is one of the things that I find very not sexy, super not sexable, and just a waste of your life and time and energy, because if you don't know who you are and you don't define it for yourself, other people will define it for you. They will change their minds, make up rules as they go, and you will be feeling so turned around, upside down, tossed about, that you'll be blaming everyone else when what's happening is you are the weak person who is allowing yourself to not be anchored in yourself, but are seeking external validation. I'm Latia, and this is not to make you feel bad or to act like you're in a position where you're super stuck and you're just never gonna be sexy and no one's ever gonna love you. Not like that. What happens is sometimes we take situations and make them mean things that are disempowering rather than learning lessons from them that give us power, strength, integrity, and a path to move forward with peace, grace, and strength. So one of the things that I find not sexy is the lack of will and lack of integrity, which means you are not defined by yourself, but are waiting for other people to tell you who they want you to be. And I remember having a conversation with someone where they were sharing with me about paying the bill on a date. And in this situation, this person pays for the bill. Actually, this person goes on a date with a woman, and at the end of the date, goes to pay for the bill. The woman's like, no, we're splitting the check. And this person's like, no, I pay for the check. I'm the man, I got you. And she's like, no, we split the bill. And it's like, not seriously, like, I can buy you dinner. And then she's like, no, we are splitting this check. So they split the check, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. So then a few days later, he's texting, wants to catch up with her, is really wanting to enjoy her company because he had fun. And she's like, what kind of man splits the bill? Like, oh my gosh. And there are definitely two ways to look at this situation. One, wow, she's crazy. How could you change your mind and not know what you want and get mad at him for doing what you told him you were gonna do? And then two, he's at fault as well. If you're the type of man who pays for a date, pay for the date. Don't let her bully you into not paying for the date if you're the type of man who pays for a date. Because now your character is coming into question because you didn't have the balls to stand up and be like, no, I get you. Let me ask you questions and understand. What would it take for you to realize that I am enjoying your company and want to spend time with you? I see you as a strong, independent woman, and I would like to gift you with this meal to thank you for the time that you shared with me. It does not take much to show that you have character, integrity, and are a person of your word. Instead, we are catering to the masses because this is something a lot of us will do. If I know you like candy and I get some candy and I like you, I might give you the candy. If I think this is going to be something that makes you feel good, I will do it for you. But am I doing it out of place of love and knowing you, or am I doing it out of place of desperation and hoping that you'll give me attention and do things? So the long story short, when you know who you are and you act accordingly, your behavior will speak volumes, and you will not have to have people question who you are or your integrity, because you know your situations, your stances, how you operate, instead of trying to find the script. And I know someone else who was talking with me, and she shared about how she's always trying to figure out the script for a new situation. So she's trying to figure out what's right, what's wrong, how do I be successful and seen as powerful. And for me, I'm like, I'm impromptu, I improvise, I listen, I'm in the moment, I'm present. And when it comes to conversation, I usually just go off the top. I sometimes think about things before I say it, but it's not necessarily for the impact of how will people take it. But one of my coworkers kind of looked like a homeless man, but a super cute, expensive one. And I told him, and he was like, that's the meanest compliment I received. And I was like, dang, my bad. Didn't mean for it to be all jerky and rude, because I actually think you're cute and you're my coworker, so I'm trying not to be too sexy with you, but we'd do it if I had the chance and you were willing. And I know that, like, you know, I'm like, wow, I just have to like be careful about what I say. So be more careful and cautious. But when it comes to defining yourself and having integrity, I have a 4-step process to help you out and get started. So 1, I say start with dreaming. Who would you be if you had all the money in the world? Where would you live? Who do you want to spend time with? How do you see yourself walking in the world? How do people respond to you? How do you feel in your body? How strong are you? How much do you work out? Are you the type of person who has a studio apartment in New York City? Or are you the type of person who has a house in the Midwest? Or are you the type of person who has an apartment with a roommate in California? There are so many options for you in your life. And if you allow yourself to dream, that is a great place to start. And I guess a bonus step on dreaming, whoever you're jealous of, think about what they have and just imagine it as possible for yourself. So I'm jealous of my sister and one of my guy friends. I'm jealous of them because they know what they want, they go after it, they get it, and I'm just like, I want that. I want to make sure I'm truly and deeply the person who knows what I want and goes after it 100%. Envy is a gift as long as you're not petty and trying to cut people down when they have it. I'll let people know, I'm a little jealous that you have that. I want it too. And heck yes, thank you for showing me it's possible. Number 2 is define yourself. So from these dream life traits, these envy traits, all of these things that you've kind of like allowed to conjure up, how would you define the person that does these things? Whether it's your values, so like it could be, for me, I like to be a woman of distinction, integrity, and excellence. Those are the 3 things that are like at my core. There are also other words that I think of in different situations, but when you know your core words, your core values, whatever mantra, motto, mission that it is for you to do in this world, when you have that clearly defined, that is like the vision, like the short motto of the vision. So it's like, the vision is international inspirational speaker, coach, author, socialite, but in actuality, what it is moving people from chaos to clarity, and it is serving a higher purpose through the individual. So it's like honoring one honors the collective. That's mine. And the 3rd step, after you have this like clear mission, model, like whatever it is that is kind of like it's potentially actionable. So it's like your vision statement. Now you take your mission and you create actions. So what is something that a person of excellence does? They show up, they do the work, they get it done. There's someone who's willing to get in early, leave late. A person of excellence posts on YouTube every day, and they learn from what they're doing, and they grow, and they keep on doing that. So what actions would you take? And bonus on this one, when you think about the actions you would take, think about situations that trigger you. When you get upset, when you get hurt, when are you ready to like punch someone in the face and be out of your integrity? How can you show up powerfully even in those moments? Because when you have the power to honor your truth and who you choose to be over who you like reverting to in the moment, that is a powerful place to be. And people respond to that because it's like, oh, I can't trigger you by like poking at your buttons anymore. Like, you're not doing the same things. We're humans. Yes, we do have programming, like we're as though we are computers, but the difference between a computer and a human being is I have free will, I have all these associations, I have senses, I have imagination and mental faculties that allow me the power to transform and change and do something unexpected, unpredictable, something that a computer can never generate. So honor your definition and mission statement with like, honor your vision statement with your action plan. So if we're a business, it's like brainstorm, vision statement, a world where everyone is judged by the content of their character and not the color of their skin, action plan or mission statement, to love every person I see and take my preconceived notions to the side so that I can see their truth and not who I think they are. So just finding ways to apply it and make it real and actionable in every day of your life. And the final step in this 4-step process is to act, do it, practice it, really embody this and make it a habit. And there's also another bonus is to meditate and really just kind of like allow yourself to visualize these situations and to see yourself as this new person And a book I would recommend is Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Joe Dispenza, possibly Dr. Joe Dispenza. And this book is amazing. I love manifestation, law of attraction. I love science. And this goes into quantum reality and how if an atom has electrons and it's not a set electron structure, it's an electron cloud. And those electrons do not appear unless someone is observing it. So it just exists as a potentiality. So it has the ability to exist, but it does not exist and is not visible to the eye until someone is witnessing it where it should be, and then it will appear. And that is what happens in our lives. Are you witnessing the goodness that's coming or the badness that is coming? And how are you creating your life, with intention and purpose or by default? So if you want to be a powerful person that people can feel your presence as you walk into the room and they want to drop their drawers because they're so handsome and so powerful and so gorgeous, my 4-step process towards the first step of having integrity is to dream about who you want to be, to define your vision for yourself, to plan your mission statement and acts that you can do to honor that, especially in difficult situations, and then take action and do it. So practice the plan and like make it happen. So those are my tips on how can you become a more sexy, sexable, powerful person, because as you honor yourself first, the rest is going to flow and follow, because now you have a good starting point instead of seeking other people to give you permission to be you. Just be you, and then everyone else will like honor who you treat yourself as. Because the problem in a lot of these relationships is we think we're powerful and awesome, but you're giving your power away, babe. You are like looking at that person and waiting for them to tell you to jump and how high. You have more power than that. So take your power back, own yourself, treat yourself with respect, because the other problem is when you have no standards, you will like, if you treat if this is how awesome it can get, you usually treat yourself here. And you will accept any low treatment until they surpass you, and then you'll maybe figure out how to get out of it, but you're waiting on them to like get rid of you. What you need to start, as another just tip, find people who value you more than you value yourself. So you value yourself here, they value you here, and they're like, come up, raise your standard, boo. I'm not gonna let you put up with that crap. Because they love you and they're doing it for your well-being, and so you can have wonderful relationships and know how great you are. So listen to your friends who hate on your man if he's a piece of trash. If he's awesome, then stop bashing him in front of your friends so y'all can have a great relationship and they can understand, oh wow, he treats her well and values her. He's just annoying. So love openly, have fun, be safe, get consent and agreement, and honor what you want, and treat others with the same respect as well.